Has this ever happened to you? You just woke up, or you are taking a shower or doing some other random activity, and then all of a sudden an idea pops up in your head. It's like ding, 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 ding. Or for some of us, it's like boom. While for others, it's like whoosh. Either way, you just had this fantastic idea pop up in your head. You are smiling and feeling good with yourself the more you think about it. You are saying, this is beautiful, this is a fantastic idea. And then a voice says to you, perhaps you should write this down. You go, nah, there is no way I can forget something as powerful, as beautiful, and as fantastic as this. Now, I have come to discover that those very ideas I feel the most connected to are the very same ideas that just give me some hours later, I can't remember. I'm cracking my head. I had an idea, but I can't remember what it was anymore. What was I doing when I got the idea? What was I doing before that? All just so I can remember that beautiful and fantastic idea, when I could have simply saved myself time and stress just by writing it down. Now, writing stuff down, journaling, this is one of the habits of leaders and high performers. From entrepreneurs like Richard Branson to media moguls like Oprah Winfrey, journaling is one leadership habit I guarantee will change your life. It definitely changed mine. Writing stuff down is how I'm able to share with you my 2020 Lagos City Marathon experience in this No Excuses video series. When I got the idea for running the marathon, I wrote it down. All the lessons I learned during the 6 months of preparation for the marathon, I wrote them down each day as they came to me. The lessons I learned on Marathon D-Day, I wrote them down. There is indeed tremendous power in journaling. People have gone on to start successful companies, found transgenerational institutions, make huge progress in science and technology, create bestsellers, smash world records, impact the world, and take their lives to a whole new level of performance just from thoughts and ideas they wrote in a journal. I can't tell you where I would be if I hadn't had a pen on hand to capture my ideas as they came to me, Richard Branson says. Have an idea, write it down. Hear an interesting point from someone. See or hear an interesting article, journal, book, or movie. Write it down. Wake up in the middle of the night and remember a dream. Write it down. Anything at all happen, write it down. If you don't capture your ideas, if you don't take notes, your ideas get lost, he goes on further to say. Now, while all this sounds simple and like common sense, right? One thing you and I would have discovered over time is that common sense isn't always common practice. It's not about journaling once in a while, it's about making it a habit. And I believe that this is one of those habits that helps to transform procrastinators and perfectionists into high performers. Because how can we take action? How can we act on any idea if we can't even remember what that idea was, right? That's why I believe that journaling is so important and so powerful. Now, 5 reasons, specific reasons why I believe journaling is so important. Number 1, for memory and history. Writing stuff down helps to boost our memory and to preserve history. Imagine the story of the people of Israel crossing the Red Sea if it hadn't been written down. Today's version of that story will probably sound like Moses and the people of Israel teleported across the Argungu River. Number 2 reason why I believe journaling is very important is for contracts. Forget about the fact that the dude involved is your mother's son. Let that contract be written out and signed. Number 3 is for goal setting. Just like typing words into a search bar unlocks the power of the internet, your goals written down is the first contact point they have with this material world. Number 4 reason why journaling is so important is for clarity. Writing stuff down helps to clear our mind, and what this does is to reduce stress and kick up our energy levels so that we can focus on those things that really matter to us. Number 5 is for creativity. To do the creative best that we can with our own lives, we need to free our minds to be able to create rather than using it up for storage. And I believe that writing is one way to do this. And as a bonus, one other reason that I strongly believe that journaling and writing stuff down is important is that it helps to sharpen our writing skills. Writing 5 minutes every day on any topic that comes to mind is way better than writing for 2 hours once in a while and always wondering how to deal with writer's block. I assure you, you will be amazed at the amount of content you would have gathered over time just writing few minutes every single day. Now, how do we make the most of the stuff we have written down? We've written those stuff down, but how do we make the most of them? What are the elements of effective journaling? Number 1 is retrievability. Information that you cannot easily retrieve isn't useful. Or if useful, it causes us undue stress just to locate that piece of information. So it's very important that we have a system, a method to locating those things that we have written down easily. Number 2 element is usability. What you don't use, you lose. So it's about making a commitment to take a step, to take massive action on those stuff that we have written down. Fly, run, walk, or crawl, by all means, we need to move. And then finally, teachability and sociability. The best way to master any piece of information is to teach it. The best way to reinforce the reality of an idea is to share it. Share that idea with someone. As we shout our dreams from the rooftop, what happens is we begin to attract the kind of help we need to make those dreams, to make that goal to happen. To be the high performers that God has created us to be, to live a life of no excuses, to crush our goals, to break barriers, to become everything that God has created us to be, and to be a pleasant surprise to ourselves and to all those around us. It's helpful to remember that to get the kind of results that high performers and high achievers have, all we need to do is to replicate what they have done to get those kind of results. And one thing that high achievers and high performers do is that they keep a journal. They write stuff down. They understand this very important truth, like Honoré Coda says, a life worth living is a life worth recording. We can also say a life worth living is a life worth journaling.